So in today's class, we are going to learn how to make a simple A-line dress with an embroidery design. So I'm going to teach you how to do the A-line pattern, and also I'll be teaching you how to make an embroidery design, how you can start to create your own design. So we start by writing our measurements. So I'm going to make a dress for a girl of 6 years. I'm going to make a dress for a girl of 6 years. And I'm going to be using 11 for the back. The back measurement is going to be 11. Then we have the front neck. The front neck, okay, let me do it this way. We go by this way. So the age is 6 years. 6 years. Then the back, which I call the across back. The back is, let me shorten it, 11. Then the front neck. The front neck is 2.5. Then the back neck. The back neck is 1.5. Then I'll be putting a zip in front of the dress. So the zip line is 5 inches. And then the dress length. The dress length is 29 inches. Then I forgot the bust. So the bust of the dress is 24 inches. So this is our measurement. This is what we'll be using to design the dress. Please keep it in mind. So we are going to do the pattern. We are going to start by making our pattern for the dress. So we have 24 inches for the dress length. So I'm going to draw a circle, a line here, draw a straight line. Then for me to get a very good line at this side of my edge, I'm going to place my ruler this way so that I get a straight line. Okay. Then I put my ruler on the line that I have drawn to make an extension. So by this you get a very beautiful straight line. Okay. So this is our cloth folded into two. Now we have the back of the dress, the back neck to be, the back of the dress to be 11. So I'm going to mark 11 inches. I'm going to mark 11 inches here. So for me to get the back, I'll divide the 11 inches into 2. So that is my back neck for my dress, which is 11 inches. I'll then add half inches for me to get a very good curvy shoulder line. So that is my half inch. Then I'll measure the shoulder line, the front neck. I'll give it 2.5. Okay, let me make it 2.25. Okay, then the front neck of the dress is 2.5. The front neck of the dress is 2.5. So I mark my 2.5 here. I'll add ½ inch to it because I'll be sewing ½ inch. You'll be sewing ½ inch of the top. So you make it 3 instead of 2.5. Then I extend the same measurement here. Then here 2.25. So I'm going to join these 2 lines in order for me to okay, so I've gotten the corner of my front neck, and I'm going to draw a very beautiful curve. I'll be making a scoop neck, so I'll draw a very beautiful curve here. Now, our next step is our shoulder line. So for me to get a very slant, beautiful slant, shoulder, I'll take 3/4 inch off the shoulder line. Then I'll rule a line from the front neck to the shoulder line. Now, the armhole, I forgot to add an armhole. So, the armhole, for us to get a very beautiful armhole, you make it 6 inches. I'll be using 6 inches. So, the armhole is 6 inches. Then I'll extend this measurement, the back measurement. I'll mark the same measurement here. Now we are going to rule our straight line. You rule a straight line from the shoulder to the armhole. We have to extend this line so that you get a very beautiful armhole. So I place my ruler on the line that I made for me to get a straight line. So I'm going to draw a very beautiful curve. For you to get a very beautiful armhole, divide the armhole by 2 and get the middle. So dividing it by 2, which is 3. So I mark my 3 here. Then I start drawing a line from the ½ inch that I added. It's going to be like this. So for you not to make a mistake, you go by making dash dash. Okay, so this is our beautiful armhole. Now it's a simple A-line dress. So you measure from the neck to the underbust. Okay, we are going to extend the line from the armhole downwards. So the bust of the girl is we have the bust to be 24. Okay, we have the bust. Oh, so I made a mistake. The dress length is 29 and then the bust is either the 24. Sorry for that. So the bust 24, we divide it into 4. You divide the 24 by 4. So 24 by 4 is going to give us 6. It's going to give us 6 inches. So you mark 6 inches here and add 2 inches to it so that the dress will be free. So, or you can do that either 1 inch or 2 inches. Okay, let me make it 1.5. So I'm going to add 1.5 to my bust so that the dress will be free. Okay, now, so we have from here to the down. Let's imagine this is my 29 inches for the dress length. So I'm going to measure from here, which is 7.5. Then I extend it down. So then, since it's going to be a curvy line or a slant line, I'm going to add 3 inches to the down. Then draw a line from the armhole so we are going to mark 1.5 inches and extend it to the middle. So we search for the middle of the line. I have 10 and almost quarter. So 5. I need to make it 5. Then I extend my line here so that you get very beautiful. But since we are going to be cutting it, you make a very small sharp curve so that the tip of the dress will not be pointed, so that it will be a very nice sharp curve. I think our 1/2 inch is too much, so let's make it 1 inch or 1.25. Okay. Okay. So going to clean this line. Then we make our curvy line. So this is our simple A-line dress. This is our simple A-line dress. So we are going to the next thing for us to do. Okay, let me clean the lines. Let me clean it so that you get the picture clear. The extended lines, so that we get the picture clearly. So let's extend this one here. This is a beautiful A-line dress. Okay. Then we get this part also off. And this one also goes off. So at the end of the day, I have a beautiful A-line dress pattern is being made. So our next step, we are going to learn how to make an embroidery design. We are going to design this dress with a very beautiful embroidery design. The next thing that we are going to do is design the embroidery. So you find out that most of children clothes that are in the market, when you go to buy it, you see some designs made in it. Those designs are the embroidery ones. They are the embroidery. So I'm going to make a simple embroidery design in this dress. Then later we do the cutting and also the stitching. The stitching will be part 2, will be the part 2 of this video. So for this part, we'll be doing the embroidery design. So I want the design to be simple and very beautiful. You see that with this drawing, I have a rectangular shape in front of the neck. Yes, this is the zip line. This is where I'm going to place the zip. So with this shape that I made, I've represented it with a zip. So we start. I'm going to draw a very simple creping plant. So creping plants don't go straight. Since they are creping, they are mostly curved. Okay, then I'm going to make a simple flower. I'm going to make a simple flower in the curves. So I'll make this. So you see that the drawing is not something difficult. So for you to get later I'm going to show you how to make proper hand embroidery designs. So this is our simple design. This is a simple design that I've made for our dress. So viewers, this is our simple A-line dress with a pattern. We are done with the pattern and also with the embroidery design. The next step that we are going to do is do the cutting. So I'm going to show you how to cut this and also how to transfer this beautiful design into the dress. So we are going to transfer our pattern to our workpiece, and if you can remember, the dress length or the length of the dress was 29. So we'll be sewing ½ inch up and then ½ inch down. So your ½ inch up and your ½ inch down, you add it to the 29, getting 30 inches for the length of the dress. So you mark the length of the dress 29. I'm using a black pen. Do not use black pen or pen when making your measurements or when transferring your pattern to your fabric. If you do that, you end up destroying the fabric. So I'm using a pen because so that you can see the drawing that I'll be drawing very clearly. So we have the dress length to be 30. And if we could remember, the back of the dress was 11. So we divide it into 2, making 11.5, plus sewing or getting a beautiful curvy armhole. So I'm going to extend the top of the line a bit further. Okay, so I'm going to take my measurements from here to the armhole, the shoulder part of the armhole to be 5.5. Then I add my ½ inch for the curvy armhole, and then I used 2¼ for the neck. I used 2¼ for the neck. Then if we remember, the front neck was 2.5 plus ½ inch, the ½ inch that we will be sewing making 3. So we are going to extend, bring this same measurement down, then extend our line. In order for you to get a beautiful straight line, you always have to use, if possible, this type of ruler so that your lines will be straight all the time. Okay, so my rectangle is drawn here, and I'm going to set for the middle of the rectangle. I'm going to make a beautiful curvy line. So later part in my video, I'll be showing you types of dress necks so that you get to know your dress length. So this is where we'll be doing our cutting. I'm deepening it so that you can see the neck very well. And the armhole was 6 inches. Have 6 inches here. So you mark 6 inches, and then you extend the back line downwards, which is 6. Then okay, then we extend the line. Okay, so we have our line extended, and then I told you to set for the middle of the armhole line. We have 6 inches, so the middle is going to be 3. Then if you can make, I'm making a free hand sketch. If you could see, I'm not using any curve, so you have to learn how to practice by using. Okay, so let's mark our bust. The bust was 24, so 24 divided into 4. I told you, you divide the bust into 4, so by dividing it into 4, we get 6 inches. 6 inches. For the dress to be a bit free on the girls, you have to add either 1 inch. Let's make it, okay, I made it 1.5, but here let me make it 1 inch. I'm going to add 1 inch. Your sewing allowance, add 1 inch. Okay, so we are going to extend this line. I'm going to draw a curve from the bust. I'm going to draw a curve from the bust. So I'm deepening it so that you can see it very clearly. Then, okay, our 3/4 line so that we get a beautiful slanting shoulder. I'm going all over again so that you can stick it, or to stick into your head. So we make a measurement from the armhole to the edge. Here we have 8 3/4. So we have 8 3/4 here. Since it's going to be a slant line, we'll be extending it from the edge. Be extending it from edge to edge. So now our dress or our pattern is beautifully made. All we have to do is to extend or join our lines. You could see my ruler is short. That is why I'm trying to get a straight line. So the method I use is what I do to get my straight lines all the time when my ruler is short. Okay. then I'm going to make a small curvy. Hey, rubber. Okay. So this is a simple A-line dress. So the next thing we do is start by cutting. So we are going to cut from the neck. Always have to make sure it's curvy. It shouldn't be straight. So this is a simple A-line. So if you know how to make patterns, you just use the person's measurements, then you create the pattern for the dress to be very nice. So this is a A-line dress. This is the front part. This is the front part. So another time we'll be cutting the back part of the dress. The next thing for us to do is to transfer our embroidery design. So we'll be transferring the embroidery design into the dress. This is, if you can't see it clearly, it has to be so because if we deepen it, our dress is going to be full of lead. So okay, then the next thing for us to do is to draw our flowers. So see, I've added one petal to it. So ladies and gentlemen, this is our simple A-line dress with the embroidery in front of it. In the next video we are going to do the stitching, and I'll be showing you how to use a straight stitch, or I'll go by either the straight stitch or I'll go by the hand embroidery, the hand stitch. We'll be using our hand to do the stitching so that you learn by hand, so that if you don't have the embroidery machine, you can either design with a machine or the straight stitch machine or by hand. So thank you very much for watching, and keep practicing. And please don't forget, I forgot to add this, don't forget to hit the like button and also keep subscribing to my new videos. If you are new here, please subscribe so that I can produce more videos in the near future. It's a full course that we are taking, and we'll be doing it step by step. So thank you very much for watching.